everybody. Happy Saturday. So let's see how cold everybody is, and I will make sure the volume's off on the computer. We'll do all that, and now I'm good to go. So hope you got a little glass of vino or whatever libation makes you happy, and we will have a little bit of fun here tonight. All right, and Jacob gives me the 5x5. Thought I'd give you a little shock to start the night. Just try to have a little bit of fun. There you go. I had to get the tinfoil hat for you guys. You've been asking for it. So, okay. That will disappear here in a minute, but I figure I'll get everybody a chance to see what an idiot I look like. Okay. So, as usual, the housekeeping stuff. All y'all in Texas who aren't used to this cold, first off, my condolences for the car wreck in Dallas yesterday. That was frightening at best to sit there and watch. And that white pickup truck just totally. But this is the more important part. Because of this cold, I don't know if you guys saw the report that came out today. Texas is expected to have massive increases in electric bills because of this. And to give you this, a megawatt hour in Texas on Thursday was at $302. On Friday, it was at $9,000. So they are expecting electricity prices in Texas to go through the freaking roof, as they said, to the moon. Said there could be people and companies with bills in the thousands or $10,000s of dollars for the month with this cold wave. Okay. And my guess is the rest of the states are all going to see the same thing and go, hey, let's see if we can boost our prices too. So just fair warning to you guys, be ready for a high electric bill when you get the next one, okay? Then on the other side of the energy front, if anybody saw this one, there was a huge tanker explosion today on the Iranian-Afghan border. So was it, hundreds of tanker trucks in a chain reaction all exploded. So guess what? Now that we're no longer energy independent, all that gasoline that we like to use, guess where it's going? So more inflation. So you know what I said about that today. So be careful. Okay. So there's your little bit of news, housekeeping, all. Wanted everybody to do me a favor here real quick. I'm assuming most of you guys know Lake Ferry Prepper, okay? Her husband is Bigfoot Prepper, and we want to get him up to 500 subscribers. So, Bigfoot Prepper, I don't think I need to spell that one for you guys. Go out, subscribe to his channel, dude's really cool. He's got a man crush on me anyway. No, he's cool. So's Lake Ferry Prepper. So go show him a little support, and we'll go from there. Okay. That being said, before I go any further, we got to get back into serious mode here. Okay. So, yep. All right. We got the tinfoil hats. So now we're done with the tinfoil stuff. We can go with the real stuff. So wanted to say hello to everybody here. Wild West, Carmen in here, Foggy Mountain Man, of course, Kevin, Val, Jacob, okay, of course my mods are in here. Jacob's always my 5x5. Voodoo Queen's in there, Mammy KB, let's see, Becky Reed's in here, Big Mo. Ricky, you're already throwing super chats. I haven't even started yet. Thank you very much. TJ Squashy in here, Sammy J, Jerry Robbins, Chief Jim, Cheryl Zeman, Country Girl. Boy, you guys, just everybody coming in. Lisa, Rose, Sheila, Firestina. Okay. North Shore's in here too. So kind of going there. Kevin, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that as well. Snarks and Stubsons, I love the name. You are welcome here. Happy Secret Prepper, Darla Christensen, Anglo-Saxon Gypsy. Boy, you guys are all in here. Okay, so it's a typical Saturday. You know what that means. It's all Q&A and having fun, and God knows what we're going to talk about because we always go off the rails somewhere and have a little bit of fun. But Rules is the same as always. Please put them in caps. I see those and try to catch, if I catch something in between. But please save the old man's eyes here a little bit and put them in caps. So we will go from there, and let's see where we go. So I'm going to kind of scroll back a little bit here and see what we got. Moldy Soldier, hey, you made it on time. Hey, what do you know? Okay, where are we going? Chief Jim, aliens landing in East Tennessee. They're still about 800 miles or so east in D.C., I think. Hello, Amy. Yes, that was fun. Everybody wanted my tinfoil hat. So you have no idea how difficult it is to make a tinfoil fedora. Try to do that sometime. Tinfoil does not like to make the same curves. It's kind of like trying to put tinfoil on a turkey. It just doesn't work at Thanksgiving. Big Mama, only I could pull that off. I'm the only one that's willing to make enough fool of himself to do it. So, but no, I mean, we got to have some fun with this, guys. Prepping, way too many can be gloom and doom and everything like that. And there's enough gloom and doom in what we all do. We got to step back, take a time, laugh a little, smell the roses, be thankful for what we got for each other. And, if I can put a smile on your face or make you laugh or something like that, that means a lot, because we got to have a little bit of fun, Okay. Let's see what else we got. Love the new look. Moldy Soldier, you got my hat on. Yeah, that means I'm talking tonight. Of course, I'm always talking. Run my mouth. It's just what I do. Mad Shad, greetings from the What's on Your Head. That was my tinfoil hat. That'd have put one on, right? Would you expect any different kind of hat out of me? Okay, North Shore putting the rules out. David Williams, buenas noches. And of course, we rolled all the way to the top, so I got to scroll back around again here. Okay, come on. There we go. All right, Indiana Prepper. Well, welcome, buddy. I didn't see you pop in there. Okay, cool. The mods are in here. Mods, you all know the deal. Poof, gone. But glad you're in. Yeah, your electric's already outrageous. I can imagine you guys are getting some cold up there. Okay. Jacob, thanks for dropping a link there to Bigfoot Prepper. Any other guys, mods, any other small channels that are in here? I know Mad Shad's got a channel. Drop his link. Indiana Prepper, drop your own for that matter. North Shore, drop your own, just in case anybody don't know that you guys have channels. I figure they do, but, Montana Grizz fan, hello from frozen Montana where it's 19 below Fahrenheit. Okay, and that's not the wind chill. That's part of the reason why, besides the fact that housing is ridiculously expensive there, that's part of the reason why we didn't choose Montana when we moved here. It's like, I don't like the cold weather. I mean, I'm not happy. It was 36 here about 2 hours ago. Okay, so we haven't got the cold like most of you guys has. Apparently, it kind of shot up through Kentucky and missed us. So I'm not thrilled with 36. I'm not complaining about it, but it sure as hell beats 19 below. Hello, Zaldi. JM at the Nut House, thank you for the info on bonds. Yeah, guys, if you didn't watch the video that I put up 2 today. Okay, first one was on communication, and the second one was on the economy and stuff like that. And that was some scary stuff. But go check that out. I'd rather have you guys forewarned than caught off guard. Okay. Minus 18 tonight in Minnesota is what Diane Fritz is saying. More power to you guys. I'm hoping everybody's staying inside and you got plenty of firewood for the fireplace. Jeff Rummel, you made it off work tonight. Good deal. Hopefully it's a one-night thing and not a permanent thing. Becky Reed, how is Mrs. Pinball? She's doing good. She's over in the family room there, laying on the couch, probably watching the live stream. She usually supervises on me here. Make sure I don't do anything that'll get me in trouble. Mother Truck in America. Where do I recommend people to buy land, state, area, etc.? Okay. Obviously, I like Tennessee. That's why we got out here. Cost-wise, the Southeast, I'd say, Kentucky, Southern Illinois, Missouri, Arkansas, Tennessee, Oklahoma, Texas, Mississippi, Georgia, Alabama, Louisiana, maybe some parts of Florida, you're going to get some decent bang for your buck. Okay. So that I can give you there. New Mexico, you can get some decent land. Arizona, if you stay way north of Phoenix, you're okay. Uh, Colorado, maybe. But again, another thing I always look at is the politics. That's going to turn me off to New Mexico and Colorado in a heartbeat. Uh, Loved Idaho, loved Montana. If you can deal with the cold, and both of them are getting very expensive. Mrs. P was looking up because we were looking at houses in the Coeur d'Alene area up in Idaho, and the houses are up probably about 40 to 50% since a couple of years ago. We looked there, and from everything I know, that's the massive Californication of Idaho. So obviously, I'm jaded on my pick. I'd say the Southeast is, the Southern Midwest and the Southeast are probably your best places. It's pretty solid red, so you've got, good 2A support. B, you can get some land at a decent price. You're not paying out the nose. And C, the people down here are great. So, that if I had to suggest something, that would be my area. I can't give you specifics on Georgia or Oklahoma or something like that. I've never lived there. But for a section of the country, this would probably be, for a prepper, the best area. I mean, we all know how many preppers are in the Ozarks in Arkansas and Missouri. Okay, that should tell you a lot right there. And then how many are in the rest of the South. I mean, it's kind of a mentality somewhat down here a little bit. Don't ask me why. I mean, hurricanes, obviously, for some. But there seem to be a lot more prepper-oriented people here than up north. No offense to the guys up north. They know there's plenty up there. It just seems to be more down here. Okay. Oh, God. Ed, 35 below in Wyoming. Okay. Boldly Soldier, you make a fool a couple of your times a week. That's good. I do it a couple of times a day, so I got you beat. Big B Preps started a lot of seeds and wanted to know when to start the grow lights. Basically, as soon as you put them in there, as soon as you plant them, first thing to do, right under the grow lights, because as soon as those seeds crack the soil, they're going to start trying to photosynthesize. So right after you plant them, put them under the grow lights immediately. Okay. And then, always want to keep an inch or two above the tops of the plants. As the plants get bigger, move your grow lights up a little bit. Okay. And eventually you'll get the plants big enough and they'll have a good sturdy stem where you can now put them in a window if it's too late, if you got more stuff to get in there. But longer you can leave them under the grow lights, the better. Eventually you're going to have to take them outside to harden them off before you plant them. That's about the last week. But no, they need to be under the grow lights. You put the seed in dirt, put them under the grow lights. Foggy Mountain Man, happy Valentine's Day to Mrs. Pinball. I'm assuming she will say thank you very much. Damn it. All right, scrolling again. Okay, caught up. Keith, 14 degrees in the Ozarks. Okay, it's a little colder there than it is here. Okay, I saw on Living Traditions Homestead that they were just a sheet of ice, and they're in the Missouri Ozarks, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Montana Grizz fan. I have a great idea. We're looking at pooling our money and skills and create a community of like-minded people. That's actually, believe it or not, that's actually been done and tried quite a bit. I mean, I'm assuming a lot of you guys are familiar with Pastor Joe Fox, Viking Preparedness and Shofar Mountain. Okay, that's something that he's got going up there, created a community. A lot of times what happens when people try to do that as a bug out location, it sounds like a great idea. People get involved and then everything falls apart because you've got to have that sense of community. And if everybody suddenly comes in just one time and says, oh, now they're here, it's just a pissing match between people on how things are going to get done. If you're going to have a community like that, people need to be active participants and you need to get together pretty regularly to discuss how things are going to go if everybody goes there. Can you bring in a mobile home, whatever, what, how many people are you bringing? Are you bringing 2 or 4? Okay. And then don't show up with 16 and say, well, you know what? We had to bring all the in-laws and the brothers and sisters, now you completely mess up the community. So, there's got to be a set of guidelines that's put into place if you want to set up a community. And God knows I am not the person to tell you how to do it because I haven't done it, but I have seen good stories and horror stories about people that have tried to set up communities. It's a great idea. Okay. It's just got to be done right. It just can't be, hey, we're going to go buy 10 acres of land and everybody show up here and we'll all sing Kumbaya around the fire. So something worth looking into, but you gotta get it organized. There's gotta be a community guidelines and a community hierarchy of who's in control. Okay. And then that person can't be one of these iron-fisted, you're going to do it my way or that's it, because that always causes problems. Carver's Corner Suburban Homestead, thanks so much for the video on the economy and for responding to your question. You're welcome for the video. Guys, I'll always try to respond to as many questions as I can. Okay, you shoot me emails. I try to answer them pretty quickly. Fortunately, I have a job where I'm sitting in front of the computer all day. So, during the weekdays, a little easier. Weekends, obviously, I'm doing other stuff. But I try to get to them as fast as I can. Sometimes it'll be a few hours. Sometimes it's going to be the next day, depending on when you send it. But I try to answer the questions as best I can. Unless there's way more to the question. A few of you asked me today questions like, what should I do with my 401k? And guys, there's so many things that come into play with something like that. How old you are. Can you take a distribution with or without taxes? Where are you? I mean, what's your risk tolerance? I can't responsibly give you an answer to it because I don't know your situation. I mean, those are questions that you need to be asking your banker, your broker, your attorney, whoever would be, your accountant. And they might not have the right answer either. Okay. Somebody told me today about an accountant who's telling them not to pay off the house. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I'd love to know the reason why. And saving cash is not a good answer. Personally, on that one, I'd be looking for a new accountant. But that's, again, everything I say is my opinion. It's not gospel. Okay. I try to give you guys the information, let you guys make your own decisions. I'll help if you got questions on it, but there's just a lot of questions that morally, ethically, and responsibly, I can't answer because I don't know your situation. So, but I try. Gray Sky Prep, 6 to 8 inches of snow in Seattle. Okay. Interesting. Say the rain, yeah, I get it. I mean, I can see get the precipitation, but I didn't realize that the cold went that close to the coast. Deb K, who is Bigfoot again? Bigfoot is Lake Ferry Prepper's husband. I'm assuming everybody knows Lake Ferry Prepper, so she might even be in here. I haven't seen her yet. Amy, you're about to spark up a fire in the fireplace, huh? Okay, straight out of Mass. Dave Creason, I purchased a few Firehouse Sub 5-gallon pickle buckets to store items and food as all proceeds go to help actual firemen. How do I get rid of the strong pickle smell? Bleach, maybe? I don't know. Honey, any idea how to get rid of the smell of pickles? No. So that one, I don't know. Got to be something, but I don't know. Bruce here, we should buy moonshine to get mason jars. Yeah, if you guys saw that, that was kind of funny. The story we got from the manager at the Food City here. He said that he's getting calls every week from the liquor companies and the moonshiners wondering if he's got jars in. So then again, I don't know anybody who makes moonshine because I don't drink the stuff. So I'm not getting my mason jars there, but all right. Diane S. Hi, Mrs. Pinball. Can't wait for your next cooking video. We were talking about that today. We don't know what we're going to do, if it's going to be another soup or maybe it's going to be stroganoff. We're not sure yet. I told Mrs. Pinball, I said, this is up to her. Whatever she feels like cooking, that's what we'll do and go from there. So I'm giving her the option. I'm not going to tell her what to do. I'm smart enough as a guy. No, you know, don't tell your wife what to cook. If she's good enough to cook for you, don't make any rules. David Williams, happy Valentine's Day to all our great patriot ladies. I second that. Okay. Diane S. Massachusetts is too expensive too. Got to move soon. Yeah, I got out of Mass. Was it 2013? I think it was when I left. Long time ago. JB Preps, I pinball. I'm in Coeur d'Alene, and you're right. Property value is going up by the hour. Yeah, it's great if you're a seller. It sucks if you're trying to buy. But then again, you know, they're selling these little shoe boxes in California for $750,000, and they come up there and go, "Hey, I got all this money to spend," and it just drives the price of everything up. Matthew Trucking, if you come to the Gulf Coast, Texaco, Texas, it's humid and hot. That's humid and hot here too. I mean, I'll have 100% humidity and 95-degree temperatures in the summer too in Tennessee. So, I mean, that's pretty much anywhere down south. Chief Jim, that's a good point. Where do you want to go? Anywhere with the long growing season? What's that going to be? South. So, oops, and another scroll. Do. Hang on, scroll up again. Okay, caught up. Found you guys again. Prepper Nerd must be in here. I see North Shore dropped his link. Yeah, I'll give him the plug again, guys. If you're looking to figure out your inventory, Prepper Nerd, by far best system out there to figure out your inventory, what you got, how much food you got. Actually figure it out by doing your inventory, caloric intake, put in all the stuff, and it'll figure out where your shortfalls are and you know what you've got plenty of and what, you know, how long you've got food, so you know whatever your target is, you can get there. So go check him out. North Shore dropping my email, that helps. Okay. Amy, I made your recipe for seeding dirt today. I'm chomping at the bit. Okay, there you go. Hope you use the boiling water. That's key. All right. I got a bucket of it sitting right over there because I made the video for seed starting for tomorrow morning for this morning. Where are we? Morgus, if I have to bug out, I'm going to Mama. She makes the best meatloaf. There you go. Professor Doc, how did I meet Mrs. Pinball? You guys ask this one quite often. Mrs. Pinball and I met online. Go figure. I was in Salt Lake City at the time, and she was in Moscow. It's not like we just happened to bump into each other on the street somewhere. She was on a dating site. I was actually started looking out for somewhere where I could polish up on my check. And one thing led to another, and I wound up on a Russian dating site and saw her and decided to write her, and she wrote me back, and one thing led to another, and we talked for about 6 months. You know, obviously just like anything else, starting out emails and then did Skype, and eventually I flew out to Moscow and spent 9 days out there with her, and then we worked on getting her visa to come over here in September 2015. She showed up. And, you know, like the TV show 90 Day Fiancé, we had 90 days to get married. And so November 10th, 2015, we got married. So, and here we are, February 12th or February 13th, 2021, and we're still going strong. So, okay. Okay. Yeah, North Shore. All right. So North Shore put it in here. I see, I guess probably a few minutes ago. Nothing you guys kept asking me about my address and everything like that. So I went and got a P.O. box. No offense to everybody, but I really don't feel like publishing my home address. There's too many crazies out there. So I did go get a P.O. box. I'll probably go over and check it once a week or something like that because it's on the other side of town. But yes, so I have a P.O. box. Big B Preps, how long should the grow lights be on? I got a 12-hour timer. Usually 16 to 18 hours a day. Okay. I keep mine on from 6 in the morning until midnight, and then give them time to stop. They need that much time literally to do it. So to photosynthesize and everything when they're small. So yeah, 16, 18 hours is what's recommended for growing plants, growing seedlings. Yep, Kevin Gaston, 16, 18 hours on grow light. TJ must be in here somewhere. Yep, there she is. Hey, TJ, good to see you. Metal for breakfast made it in there. There you go, dude. Deb K. Okay, so you want just my opinion. Good. I'm glad y'all understand that. Okay, that's good there. Where we got? Sweet savory words. Seattle is coming to Utah. America first. Late again. Sorry, was out in the shop and had an order for another bunch of handmade tools. Dude, I'm about the lowest priority. Family comes first, work comes first, mowing the lawn, feeding the fish comes first. I don't care. It's like, priorities. I am no priority of anybody's, okay? I'm the entertainment for when you're really bored on a Saturday night. That's about it. And got a couple of questions to throw out there. See a few of you guys mentioning baking soda. I'm guessing that's to get rid of the pickle smell. That'd probably work. Lisa Hofer, try vinegar to get rid of the pickle smell. Vinegar is probably part of what's causing the smell, I think, the pickled cucumbers. TJ, you're testing me later. You have a great idea. Uh-oh. Oh, no. That always scares me. Terry, baking soda and charcoal briquettes works with smelly Tupperware also. Okay, it's interesting. Though, of course, like I said, apparently there's a shortage on charcoal. A few people now saying baking soda and vinegar gets rid of the pickle smell. Okay, works for me. If I get pickle smell, it's something I know who to ask. C-Max, long time no see. Glad to see you back. Popped in there. Okay, everybody's still going on the pickle smell stuff here. So, Deb K, what's the missus' favorite meal? Hamburgers, bar none. Hamburgers, cheeseburgers. Okay, if ask me to make something, it's like, oh, I'm gonna cook tonight. What do you want? Go out and grill hamburgers. You want to go out to dinner, honey? Where do you want to go? Where can I get a hamburger? So, I'd say cheeseburgers. That's her favorite by far. Kelly Nanya, do I suggest pulling my money out of the bank to the unstable economy? Again, this is one of those questions that I don't know your situation. Okay. I'm not going to suggest people pull money out of the bank and stick it in the mattress. Okay. I mean, we're not there yet. Okay. What I would say, and again, take this generally, have some of your savings in precious metals. Make sure you have some cash at home just in case something happens to the banks. The doors get closed or anything like that. Have some cash on you. But, if you got $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, the last thing you want to do is have that in your house and have the house get broken into or the house burned down. You don't get it back. Okay. At least remember this: with your money in the bank, you are FDIC insured. Okay. So that's still a key. That's a difference between now and 1929. So we may have access issues for a while, but it's not going to be, I'm hoping, long term. There'd have to be a whole lot of different. We'll know. It's not like you're going to wake up one morning and they're going to go, poof, the economy's dead. Like I said, watching the 10-year note, seeing what's going on. We get up to above 2% on the 10-year note, yeah, then you're going to start wanting to pull more and more cash out. But again, and I'll use Dave Ramsey here. Okay, you should have enough cash to pay 6 months living expenses. Okay, all your bills for 6 months. If you've got more than that in the bank and you've got bills, you should be using that extra to pay off the car payment, to pay off the credit cards, to pay down the mortgage or whatever. It does you no good to have $50,000 in the bank earning 0.01% interest and paying 3, 4, 5%, whatever you're paying on the mortgage. You're just losing money. Okay. And if you take it out of the bank, then you're not even getting that 0.1. So, good rule of thumb, is 6 months of living expenses. And, after that, then make sure you get, use the rest to pay down your bills. And hang on. There we go. Okay. And guys, when I stop like this, it's because the chat runs all the way to the bottom, and I'm obviously not keeping up that fast, and I want to try to get everybody's questions. So, coffee to get rid of the pickle smell from Richard Morgan. Okay, looks like you got a few different ideas here. Thanks North Shore for dropping TJ's channel. Amy, yep, use a whole canning kettle for water bath. Okay. Diane, what a love story. Nice for Valentine's Day. Okay, well, that was our. I actually gave her engagement ring on the train leaving the airport, going back to her apartment. So, Lake Ferry, good evening. Looking good. We have family over, but wanted to come in for a little while. Hopefully, you got a bunch of people going over to Bigfoot's channel and subscribe. We got to get him over that 500. I saw he was at 387, so hopefully we can pick up the extra 123 for him, or 113. Man, my math is going crap. Let's see. Lisa Hofer, have I started any more seeds? Yep. So tomorrow I will show you the peas, eggplant, and celery. And I was supposed to do asparagus, but I forgot to soak my asparagus seeds, so those will get planted tomorrow. But the peas in the rain gutter is the one that's tomorrow. So there's a nice little trick for you guys there. So get about a month's head start on Mother Nature. So there's your tease for the morning video. Geez, Texas Janet comes in, good evening, missed the first half. I'm like, first half of what? And I looked down, I was like, damn, it's 9:30 already. America First, super cool. Oh, you finished that knife? That'd be cool, America First. I'd love to see this thing. So cool. Can't wait to get that. Keith Brooks headed to bed early. Thanks. See you. Coffee in the morning. Have a good night, sir. Kemp Freehold, does she ever make Veroniki? I'm not familiar with it.
I've made it.
You've made it. I just don't know what it is.
Yeah, I didn't think it was a girl.
Oh, okay. She's made it. Yes, she's made it. She hasn't fed me with it, as she put it. So, okay. I guess there's something I got to try. She'll tell me what it is later. Glenn Anderson, put moonshine in the pickle buckets and save the jars for food. Yeah, hey, you know what? Moonshine should kill any smell or anything. Violet Ridgeway, every time I send you an email for the recipe, it says undeliverable. Okay, so Violet, if you want the recipe for the borscht, I put it in the description underneath the video, so it's right there. My email works fine. God knows I get enough emails from y'all guys. But if you're just looking for the recipe, it's in the description under the video. Jules, hi, I'm late. Hello, no worries. That's, like I said, priorities first, girls first, everything family first. I hope to God the borscht went over good with your mother-in-law yesterday, so I'm still waiting to hear how that one went. So is Mrs. Pinball. Whoops. There's that scroll again. Okay. I thought I saw it. Doug N49, FDIC used to cover $100,000, didn't it? Yeah, years ago. It's now $250,000 per account owner. So if you've got a joint account, say me and Mrs. Pinball, we're feasibly for savings account insured up to $500,000. God knows we don't have it. That includes deposits, checking, savings, CDs. Does not include investments. So if you're buying mutual funds or something like that through your bank, no, those are not included. It's for deposit accounts only. Mary Max Cat's about half an inch here in Virginia. Power was out for 7 hours. Man, you aren't that far away from me. So I wonder how much it's north. I mean, because I'm 45 minutes from the Virginia border. Diane, I wish I started paying down my mortgage years ago. I was young and dumb. Well, again, sure, there's our spending years, and unfortunately, our spending years and our earning years don't coincide too well. And by the time we get to your age, my age, now we're in peak earning years, and pretty much our spending is done. So now is the time when most of us are doing it. All right, wine sip. North Shore, yes, my sentiments as well. Stay well and safe for all getting hit by the storms, especially if you don't know how to drive in it. Don't, okay? I haven't driven in snow and ice in a few years since we left Salt Lake City. I grew up north. I haven't done it in a few years. I don't even want to deal with it. It's like, okay, ice, forget it. I'm done. Staying home. Angie Frick, would you ever get any of your 401k to pay off bills before things get bad? I'm assuming you're going to mean that you're still working, okay, so that you're not retirement age yet. Where I would touch it is if you were behind on bills. If you couldn't pay the mortgage, you couldn't pay the rent, you were at risk of getting evicted or your car getting repoed or the house getting foreclosed on, yes, then I would. But right now, it's not worth taking it out, not only paying the income tax on it, but paying the penalty on it, okay? Because remember, you're going to pay 15, I'm saying 15 because that's about the average income tax rate for most people, okay, somewhere thereabouts. So you're going to pay 15% tax plus 10% in penalty. So if you take out $10,000, by the time you're done, you've only got $7,500 left. And, you can take, if you're still working there, you can take out a loan against your 401k. And if you pay it back, then obviously there's no tax implication. You can take a hardship withdrawal if you're still working as well, but those are the only ways to take it out. I mean, unless of course you aren't working, then of course you can just take the withdrawal altogether. It would, if you were considering it, it would have been a better idea to take it out last year when we had the CARES Act, when you didn't have to pay the 10% penalty. But now you're just giving an extra 10% away. So like I said, unless you're in trouble, that's probably not where I'd want to be taking money from. If you're worried about the risk involved in your 401k, you can always move to more conservative investments. You can always move it straight into money market and just sit in cash. Obviously, you're not going to get any returns for it. You're not going to keep up with inflation or get any growth, but you're also not taking any risk as loss of capital. So, it's, a lot of it has to do with your risk tolerance. What are you willing to lose? That's how you always got to look at investing. Not how much do I want to make, because everybody wants to make as much as possible. How much are you willing to lose? I used to love when I was a broker and I'd talk to people about risk tolerance and they'd be like, oh, Daniel, what kind of returns are you looking for? Oh, I'm looking for a conservative 20 to 25%. Okay. Historically, the market returns somewhere between 7 and 8%. Okay. And that's moderate risk. Conservative is 3 and 4%. 20 to 25 is uber aggressive. All right. Yeah. There's been years where the market's done that well. There's been years where the market's got its clock clean too. So, you got to look at your own risk tolerance. When you were looking at your 401k statement last April, when the Dow went from 29,000 to 18,000, were you freaking out? Or were you going, hey, cool, everything's on sale, I can buy more? That'll tell you right there what your risk tolerance is. So, okay. Jim, we got your pictures on the making the borscht. That was awesome. You sent pictures. It looked awesome. You did a great job. Perfect. Have I introduced her to White Castles or Crystal? Yeah, we don't have any White Castles around us, but we did go to Crystal. Not a fan. Okay. And I'm not the biggest fan of them either. So White Castles White Castles were good when I was a kid. It was like, okay, you went out to the club, you were 22 years old, you needed a cheap meal to get some grease in your belly. That's when you ate it. But they're okay. But there's a lot better hamburgers out there than I can get. So, but for cheap burgers, for cheap food as a young kid, they worked good. Mary Max, love Dave Ramsey. I'm debt free except for mortgage. I lead his classes at church. Yeah, Dave Ramsey. If you have any financial questions, guys, go find Dave Ramsey on YouTube. Okay, I mean, go subscribe there. He does his call-in show. You'll see the videos out there every day. If you want to really learn something, get his CD of Financial Peace University. I've probably listened to that thing 100 times. It's a great, it's entertaining and very intelligent at the same time. So it's not a boring listen. But yeah, Ramsey knows his stuff. And he's from Tennessee. Doug in 49, do you have any bacon seeds for sale? Little pigs. There was a great joke on one of the other channels the other day. The content creator was feeding her pigs turnips, and one of the comments under there said, it's a conversation between the pig and the owner. The pig says, "I can turn turnips into bacon. What's your superpower?" I was like, just busted out. I thought it was hilarious. My delivery sucks, but it was good. Okay, I see Diane talking about most awesome book ever 1 second after. I didn't see what Chad asked, but yeah, guys, I've said it many times. If you have not read that book, go read that book. Okay, it will tell you why what you're doing is right, and it'll probably give you some other ideas of going, oh my God, that could happen. I need to prep in this area. Okay, it's a intense book, but it's a good book. But it's also a book that'll make you think. Okay, it's a piece of fiction, but it could very easily be a piece of reality. Hang on, scrolling again. Do. Okay, caught up. T-Baby 12173. Finally bought a house, leaving Chicago soon. Yay, tell Lori Lightfoot where she can shove her taxes. I've still got family up there, but glad you're getting out of the city. Foggy Mountain Man, Dave Ramsey got canceled by the left this week. Go figure. I mean, what do you mean it canceled? I mean, did they shut down his radio show or shut down his YouTube? I haven't seen that. Jules, this is regarding the borscht. It was a huge success. Now it's my job to make sure we have some in the freezer too. Thank you, Mrs. Pinball. So good. If we had the seal of approval from the Hungarian mother-in-law, that's awesome. Okay. Wheelie Cody, what's the Czech stew that's like veggie stew? It's awesome. I'm Czech. I don't know. Never something that I had growing up. HGS videos, FDIC per bank, so can use it at multiple banks to increase the limit if anyone ever gets that lucky. Yes. Okay. So if you've got $250,000 at Chase Manhattan, and you've got $250,000 at BNY Mellon, and you've got $250,000 at Old Republic, yes, you're insured for the $250,000 at each bank. Okay. What you're not insured for is if you've got two different accounts of $250,000 at Chase. Okay. If you got $500,000 at Chase, you're only insured for up to $250,000. So we used to do this all the time in the brokerage industry. People that have at car dealers as clients, they want to buy CDs so they could roll the money, and they put the money into different banks all over the country. That way they were all insured. FDIC is only as good as the government. If the government goes bankrupt, what then? JB, if the government goes bankrupt, look at Venezuela, okay? We have a lot bigger problems than worrying about. If the government goes bankrupt, the dollar's worthless anyway. So, at that point, the country has just collapsed. Okay. Prepper 101 in here. Good evening, sir. Okay. Roll in. Trying to find some questions. Tip Top Farm, regarding the 401k, you can always stop putting it in and put it in an envelope. I mean, that's obviously you can get a hold of HR or payroll and say, you want to change your contribution. That's simple as that. It'll take a pay period or two, but it's if you need $10,000, $20,000, all of a sudden, obviously, that's not going to do it. But if you just need the extra cash flow right now, change your contribution in your 401k. Kevin Gaston, I saw used greenhouse hoops for a 21-foot wide, by however long you want today. Guy was in San Antonio on Facebook Marketplace, $20 a hoop. That's not bad. Foggy Mountain Man, Dave Ramsey said student loan forgiveness is hogwash. He's right. Okay. There's no way in the world that's ever going anywhere. Okay. As much as Biden and Harris want to preach about it, and that whole dog and pony show last week of AOC and Chuck Schumer and everybody saying, oh, we're going to do it. There are way too many problems with it. First off, somebody's got to pay that bill. Okay. So there's the first part. You got $1.4 trillion in student loans out there. You can't just wave a magic wand and make it go away. Okay. Somebody wants that money. Okay. The second part is, and this is where I agree with everybody else, what about all of us who paid for our kids' college, paid for our own college, the kids that work the jobs and everything like that? Are they going to get their money back? And as Elizabeth Warren said, no. So you're going to penalize people for being responsible and reward people for being irresponsible. Not that doesn't sound like the Democrat platform anyway, but that's pretty much dead in the water. I mean, why not just say we're going to forgive $50,000 of everybody's mortgage, or $50,000? Then all the people go, but I rent, okay, or $50,000 for everybody's car payment. Whatever. What about the people who go, I buy used cars? You can't just forgive loans like this. It's responsibility. That's the one thing Washington has none of on their own. It's like, oh, gee, you know what? We'll just write another check. Who cares if there's money in the bank? You and me can't do that. Okay, we have responsibilities. Man, she had cookout, best cheeseburgers, always are. Diane asks, you can make copycat McDonald's special sauce real good. Just Google it. Trust me, when I make hamburgers, I don't want them to taste like McDonald's. I want them to taste good. Bruce here, what are your take on all this internet get-rich schemes? Again, if it's too good to be true, it is. Okay, sure. The pyramid schemes, the Ponzi schemes, I mean, everything like that. Yeah, there's a few people that are going to make a boatload of money. Everybody else is going to wind up, getting screwed. It's like, if anybody had this back 30, 40 years ago before the internet, I remember getting one in the mail. It was, here's 5 names. Put your name at the bottom of the list and send $1 to all these 5 people. And then the next person, when they send the dollars, and your name will move up and you'll get, $25,000 or whatever. And all it does is cost you $5. Who's stupid enough to believe this? Okay. The scams they just get more sophisticated now with the computers. But guys, it's like anything else. You work hard, you're going to earn money. Okay. Are a few people going to get lucky? Sure. You bought Amazon in 1998 and you still own it. Yeah, you're a happy pup. Okay. Maybe, the guys who bought GameStop a couple of weeks ago and wrote it from, $6 to 350. Hey, there's going to be some people that got lucky. There's also a bunch of people that bought that stock at 350 and now that it's gone back down are left holding the bag, with, oh my God, am I ever going to get my money back? No. Okay. So just, don't. Matthew Trucking, open your own business first, then college if you want. Yeah, I mean, depends on what you want to do. I mean, if you want to go to medical school, you're not going to open up your own business first. But yeah, I mean, if you want to be an auto mechanic or you want to be a stenographer, I don't know, I'm picking anything like that. Sure, you can open your own small business and do that and go to college on the side. Lots of people do that and then move along. So, there's a lot of ways to do it. You know, join the army, get the GI Bill. There's a way, but teach it. Everybody's got to find their own way. That's the thing. It's not my responsibility to pay the people across the street to pay for their kids to go to college. That's their job. Okay. Hang on. Okay. Diane saying people are going to wish Trump was president after Biden's lies. Yep. JB Preps Patriots by James Wesley Rawls is also a great book for after SHTF. That one I haven't read. I'll go check that one out. CKOC, did I hear Prepper Nurse 1 is going to be featured on the Discovery Channel? No, I didn't hear that. That's cool. I haven't had a chance to watch his video from today, so I don't know if he just announced it. That's awesome. You guys know that I'm going to be on the podcast for Tradcat Night next Saturday afternoon. I've mentioned that about a week or so ago. So that one's coming up. Me and was it Sense? I forget who. I put the thing in the community board a while back, so it's in there. But that's next Saturday from 3 to 7. So next Saturday is going to be busy to me. I'm on a 4-hour podcast. Get 2 hours probably to eat, and then come and see you guys. So if I look a little ragged next Saturday night, that's going to be why. It'll be a lot of time talking to my phone. Sweet Savory Ridge, do I know anything about protecting the sprinklers running from a septic tank in freezing temperatures? Okay. If you're talking about a sprinkler system, I know you've got to drain those in the winter. I've never heard of one that runs from a septic tank. So no, that one I can't help you with. I've never even heard of something like that. Brenda Jacobs, I'm probably very late, but thank you for the super chat. I just got that far down the list. Thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it. Okay. Ben Affleck, just to let you know, the FDIC has only a limited amount of funds. If, for example, the FDA starts running out of money, they'll not replace the full 250. Sure. And that's, again, totally understandable. But at that point, the government's literally gone under. So, the money's going to be worthless anyway. Ricky Beerlard, pay as I go for student loans. Have $3,100 left to pay off right now. Cool. I mean, that's it. My daughter worked part-time job. I helped pay. Her mom helped pay. She took out a little bit of loans, but she's not walking out of school with $100,000 worth of loans. She might walk out with 8 or 10. So, because again, she worked and saved, and when she was in high school, saved money for college and did all that. Saved her birthday presents and her Christmas present money and used it for school. That was what was important. And then she's also getting a degree in something that might actually have a job other than being a Starbucks barista. Yeah, Mary Max Katz, they want to forgive student loans, but they keep giving them out. Why not stop giving them? Exactly. I mean, this is the thing. Whatever happened to responsible lending as well? And that's the problem. The colleges are addicted to this money. They're like, oh, here, throw out more money, everything like that, because the colleges get it in. What do? They just keep jacking up tuition prices. Oh, we can get more money. Let's go. And, the colleges are more at fault than anybody else because they'll accept anybody at this point. Oh, you've got a pulse. Wonderful. Here, sign right here, and we'll get you a $75,000 loan that you're going to give us. You'll be paying it for the rest of your life, but we had the money that we got from the government. Okay. Diane S., how about the government paying off my mortgage? Exactly. Linda Lewis, do I prefer regular or wide mouth mason jars? At this point, I don't care. I've got them both. It's just anything I've got, I'm happy to have. Craig Cooley, if it corrects by physical silver. Yeah, I mean, again, we've talked about this many times. I was looking online today to see what they're getting in the way of premiums on silver. Hard to find, and they're getting anywhere between $5 and $7 premium on silver. Plus, then you're talking about shipping, and so I just did an exercise to see what it was, and to get 1 ounce rounds, it would have, if I wanted to buy them, it would have cost me $37.50 an ounce, with the spot price being $27.50. So I would have paid, between premium and shipping, $10 over spot. Okay. So now at this point, I need I need silver to increase 50% to, 40% to be at break even. That's just stupid. Not going to happen. Okay. So, obviously find your prices. If you want to learn a little bit about how silver works, go watch Alaska Prepper's video today. He actually did an interview with the guy at the coin shop in his town there in Alaska. And it was actually really good. The guy was straight up and honest about telling people to. So if you're new into the precious metals market, go watch that video. You'll learn a lot real quick, from an honest guy. Hey, what do you know? Montana Grizz fan, how is forgiving student loans fair to those who never went to college, paid their loans off, or never had a loan? Exactly. Why should somebody who is irresponsible get rewarded for it where somebody who was responsible doesn't? That backward logic. Welcome to the Democrat Party. Gina M., where is the best place to buy silver? I said this many times, the local coin shop or a local pawn shop. Okay. Reason being is you can haggle with them for price. Okay. You're not just paying whatever somebody says on the internet. And you're going to have it physically in your hand before you hand over those $20 bills. Okay. It's not give us your credit card and we'll ship it to you the stuff I was looking at today. It'll be, 10 days till we get everything shipped. Guarantee you take my money in 10 seconds, but it's going to be 10 days until you even ship my product. Okay. I don't buy that. Go to a coin shop, go to a pawn shop and see what you can get in there. And, you can work with that. Know the spot price of silver when you go in. Know they're going to charge you, probably what would be fair. A fair markup is somewhere between 7.5% and 10%. Okay. In this market right now. If you're paying a $3 premium right now, that's pretty fair. Okay. So if you're paying about $30.50 to have it in your hand right then and there, that's fair. Okay. They want to charge you $32, $34. Just no, sorry. You're trying to hose me here. Okay. I got to find this back again. Sweet Savory Words. What's the name of the online survey site used to buy your TV? Yes, I was talking to Mrs. Pinball about this today. It's called opinionoutpost.com. So OPINIONOUTPOST.com. Okay. And I mean, you should be able to make somewhere between $5 and $10 a day doing surveys on there. So, $150 to $300 a month. It's not great money. Sit in front of the TV and answering stupid questions money. Okay. But, hey, it's free money. See it for me. Can I discuss dehydrating food and storage? Depends on everything's going to be different. Okay. Buy a food dehydrator. Somebody had mentioned in the comments today, about a $209 food dehydrator. Okay. Obviously, that's a big, good size one. There's the one we got probably cost us $50. What have we dehydrated in there? Strawberries and kiwi and things like that. We, tried all that, some banana chips, you know, we make them into snacks. I mean, we dry fish and, eat those as snacks. But I don't do a whole lot of dehydrating. I don't do any dehydrating food for storage. Any of the storage food I have is canned. Okay. So it's in ball jars. So, yeah, we've got one. It's more for making snacks and drying some fruit and stuff like that for fruit snacks than anything else for us. So I'm not going to be the best person to ask questions on that one. Holy crap, it's 10 o'clock. Okay. I guess I'll go a little long here, guys, if you want to. Uh, so I'll just kind of try to get through some of these questions here. Foggy Mountain, Dave Ramsey was on Fox News and now they're yelling, cancel him, is what I meant. Yeah. I think, like most everybody else, we've pretty much all lost faith in Fox News. I mean, it's bad when Tucker Carlson is on there saying, oh, CNN wants to cancel Fox News. Well, yeah, because the rest of the people on Fox are, all want to go work at CNN. So, we've already seen the whole turmoil in their daily scheduling and everything like that. There's going to be a lot of faces that are going to be different on there because as contracts run up, people aren't coming back. Where else they're going to go, that's going to be the next question, but you'll see an OANN or a Newsmax or something like that probably pick up some of these people. Oh, wow, Mary Max, I didn't see that. Jumping on Dave Ramsey trying to cancel, and no one talked to him by buying $10 million in debt from 2 collection agencies and forgave them all for Christmas. That doesn't surprise me. That's the kind of person Dave Ramsey strikes me as. He'll help anybody out he can. Lisa, looks like Cuomo's getting his just desserts. Yeah, I mean, with all the fraud that's coming out all of a sudden. Ben Affleck, a lot of nurses for shrubs and trees use gray water. Okay, I mean, is that using gray water as what they're watering their shrubs and trees? I mean, that's possible. Okay, I'm not sure where the nurses part comes in. Big Mama, when you do your video tomorrow on the pea planting, can you show us how your onions, strawberries do? I've already done the video. Okay, so the strawberries haven't come up yet. Okay, they've been 2 weeks, and strawberries take a while to germinate. The leeks are probably already 3 to 4 inches high. The onions are starting to come out. They're about, maybe half an inch to an inch. My peppers are just about to the point to start getting their first true leaves on them. So maybe I'll shoot something like that Monday or Tuesday just to give you an idea what I got going on over there. Ricky, my kids think I have a money tree in the backyard. I think all kids do. It's like, hey, mom and dad have money. Really, it's like, here, open my wallet, it's empty. TJ sending quart wide mouth my way. Thank you. You don't have to do that. Okay, back on college tuition. Deb K, last week you paid $31 for Eagles. This week they're 38. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, silver's kind of crazy. I'm still expecting a little pullback. A lot of you have asked me. I still think silver is going to wind up pulling back to 25 to 26 spot. We'll see what happens. Could be wrong. Okay, but that's kind of my target area where I'm going into. Yeah, Diane, Biden promised to pay off student loans just for votes. Yeah, I mean, there's a difference between promises made, promises kept, and promises made, I'm Joe Biden. So, that's all it was buying votes. But of course, we're already seeing the Democrats already bitching. So, did I get to the bottom? I think I got to the bottom. What do you know? Okay, caught up, guys. Well, I thank the whole gang for being here on Saturday night with me and just spending a little time getting to see my tinfoil hat and talk about some fun. So, y'all have a nice Saturday evening. I don't know if North Shore is going on after tonight. Sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. I'm not sure. He didn't say. So, if he is, great. If not, y'all have a wonderful evening. Stay warm. Happy Sunday tomorrow. Have a great one. Pinball out.